Good day, everybody, and welcome to Revolution Gaming Podcast for November. I hope everyone is having a great day, and I'm trying to get things set up behind here before I put up display capture, so give me 1 second. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a great day. Welcome to another week of streams. We're going to hopefully start out on a high note today. Hopefully. You never know with this, it could go off the rails real quick, but you know, we go with the punches and just roll with it no matter what I have to do. So whatever. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. So yeah, we're gonna get you guys in here. So many bangers in November. For sure. My list is fucking so long compared to everybody else's. It's crazy. But we're gonna get the guys in here. We're gonna discuss some stuff, talk about some topics. And then most likely the thing that we always love to do is talk about the games for next month. So, I want to do a couple things real quick. One, after this month, you will no longer be required to come to Twitch to watch the podcast. We will be multi-streaming it on Twitch, YouTube, and YouNow starting next month. Next month is the community run award ceremony. So, you guys can give your suggestions for best game of the year, best soundtrack, a whole bunch of different categories and make your voice heard of what you think are the best of the year. And then later on in December, we'll have our own awards show where it's just going to be for awards. So just wanted to put those out there real quick. And let's get the guys in here and get started. Hello, I am here.
Hello.
Welcome.
All right. So, as I pointed out, we're going to start with the joke games this week. I don't personally have any, but they always do and never disappoint. So, what are your joke games?
I've got two. I think Murmish has a couple. How many you got?
I've got one,
Okay.
so we can alternate.
Okay. Well, mine are pretty similar. I've got Birch Simulator.
We're on it. Birch
Is this about a tree?
Some
Probably.
of you might have remembered Tree Simulator from way back when.
Oh god, yeah. I figured as much. So as soon as I heard Birch, I was like, "Is Birch Tree Simulator?" Oh, for goodness sake!
Wow.
This has
Yep.
some
Seems
similarities.
like a steal. It's
Yeah,
even on
fucking-
sale.
Anybody lining up for
Normally
this?
$1.
Anybody
It's
lining
not
up
a
for this?
steel, Murmish. That's wood.
Nice. Anyone lining up for this game? I
would.
feel like we really all should be lining up to buy a Birch Simulator, which came out today.
Yep. This one's out.
Sure, everybody, go grab yourself a copy.
If I really have a recommendation, it's $1 Simulator.
The best dollar that
Costs about the same and gives you about the same experience too. I think.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. All right.
The best value for experience that you've ever had.
Hopefully, it's reviewed pretty well since it came out today. Knock on wood.
Well, you could be the first one, Ray. You could go buy it and review it for us.
I could. That's tempting.
Yeah, seems how you're the old one.
Clearly an untapped market.
Yes, it is. Too bad it wasn't Maple.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Alright, so
If I could
Murmish is, Skibbity Backrooms.
Yep.
Yeah,
Something
I saw that.
Silver might find a bit funny.
You see, I know about the skibbity toilet shit, but I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is this? Look, I get it. It's funny to people, but I don't think I'd find it funny. Because I'm just like, I like the Gmod stuff, but not this kind of shit.
Really?
Shit. I've never watched Skibbity Toilet. I know what it
I
is.
haven't
though.
either.
I haven't either.
I keep
So,
seeing the
it's like,
thumbnails
eh.
pop up, and I always look at it like, really? What?
When
This
it
is
comes to
supposed to
Gmod
interest me?
stuff, when it comes to Gmod stuff, I can recommend some good stuff like the Gmod Idiot Box, Gmod Junk,
Alright,
stuff like that.
so by default, does this mean that Jen has to review it? Yeah.
Oh god.
Jen's a new paid intern. I'll pay her $1 simulator per hour.
Ah,
Oh my god.
Well,
She already has access to $1 Simulator.
See, there you go.
Sure.
I want an hour-long review. That is nasty, man. That game is
Look,
bad.
look,
All right.
look. If you wanted to play an actually decent backrooms game, there is.
This is a
co-op
joke,
for
though.
several. Yeah, I know, but there are some co-op backroom games that are actually pretty decent.
Wow, this one's double the price, Ray.
I was gonna say, if the tree was a little too big for you, they've got something smaller. If you prefer Flower Simulator.
This straight up looks like $1 Simulator, but with a flower.
This also came out today.
What the fuck? Why is this shit being made? Honestly.
I checked it. It's 2 different devs too. I was surprised.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I would say, okay, now you're gonna ask why, right? I think trading cards are still an issue when it comes to Steam. Like the value of trading cards. So like, even though this game is a pile of shit, somebody would buy it, get the trading cards from it, you know. Sebas the Killer, how's it going today? And welcome to the stream. But yeah, I think that's the reason why a lot of like cheap ass, you know, asset flip games get made still.
Huh.
Plus, how much dev time does this game make? If he sells 10 copies, he's probably made
I
almost.
could probably make that in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd only throw this game to peddle someone with a great.
Yeah,
sense of
Steam has cards that you can earn from playing games, and then there's a market where people actually like sell them and make gems out of them and stuff like that.
Yep. At least
You
that
want
is
to know what I want to see
cards
from
is,
one of these type of
is
games?
What's that?
Unreal Engine 5, just like have a freaking like cactus on a mountaintop, and just the world goes on for miles, but you're not allowed to move or anything. It's just literally looking at this one little cactus on the top of a mountain, and that's it.
So, Cactus Simulator.
Yes.
So, yeah.
No, Cactus Watching Simulator.
Oh my god.
You gotta
I just want to see something just super high graphics fidelity.
Wait, aren't you an editor? You could make
Just
the game.
freaking most basic game.
You can make it. I want Murmish to make the game now.
I don't think Murmich has dabbled in Unreal Engine.
I
I
haven't.
mean, how hard can it be?
I have Game Guru Engine. I could just throw something
True.
together in that. Okay.
Tim's gonna quit streaming and start game development.
Yeah, I mean, I do want to do that someday when I have like maybe I'll do that on like a YouNow stream or something. I have that game making software, and I'd love to just like do a community game making session. I think that'd be fun. All right, so let's talk about the games that we played over the last month. I went into the last month with high hopes of reviewing a whole bunch of shit, and managed to do about half of it. So
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
I got more games reviewed than I have in the past couple months. So
all right,
Alright, so this is Murmich's segment today.
okay. So what do you got?
definitely
Murmich?
because I have 3 games to talk about.
Me too. Yeah.
Great.
Okay, I guess I do have a game.
Okay, so what do you got, Murmish?
Or we can also talk.
Well, why don't we just start off with Wildmender because we all played that.
That's fair. We can all talk about
Oh yeah, shit, we did play that, didn't we?
Yeah, we all played that together.
for
Well-
about how long was that?
Like an hour and a half.
An hour?
Well, more than an hour.
Almost
It's-
almost 2 hours maybe.
I wouldn't call this a review.
2
I'd
hours.
call this first impressions.
Yeah, first impressions would be fair.
Yeah.
Although technically, because I did it with Tim, it's more like it's like a first and second impressions for me.
I was having fun.
Yeah, I mean, sure, the game handles well enough, even on the Steam Deck, even if it's not
It's in-
supported.
Setting. It doesn't
I mean,
look-
there's some weird. I don't know if they fixed it already, but there was some weird stuff with the climbing where it would just instantly kill you in certain scenarios.
Yeah, I don't like the climb.
I think that was like a host connection issue, for sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, I wonder.
Possibly. Latency does have a tendency to fuck with climbing mechanics. That's for sure. Especially in a game that, is
But-
early access.
The game, however, did run very, very well otherwise, and like it had some pretty cool mechanics of what we had gotten to look at while we were still playing.
Yeah. I mean, it's something we can always play
That's
again.
terrible.
Like, it's not that
Mm-hmm.
it's not that deep, man. We still own it. How about
We should try it again.
for first impressions though? Well, what would you say? Would you recommend it to people? Would you say
Yeah.
wait for a sale? Would you say, because none of us paid for it, to be perfectly honest. So the
Full
game's
disclosure.
yeah. So
How much is it again?
25.
I'd say that's worth it for that amount of content
I
and
mean, it's
multiplayer.
kinda in that same vein of crafting survival,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Valheim and stuff. So I don't see any reason to say it's less than a game of those kinds. If you like that kind of game, here's another one for your list.
Yeah.
It's got a unique style to it, for sure.
My question is, does the game do enough to stand out from the 84,000 other games in the genre? I think it does.
Yeah. Like
The-
considering like you do have to expand your water network by digging and basically expanding a lake.
Yeah, I'm saying it does just enough different to stand out. Right?
Right.
So,
It actually does. I feel like it does quite a bit different, actually, when you think
Con-
about it, because there's
And
all
considering it's like
the
a whole
water
sandy world.
physics,
yeah.
the setting, the art style. It seems to have a lot of focus on farming to some degree, not necessarily farming, but the growing of plants,
Yeah.
keeping things alive. I think it does have a lot of unique qualities to it.
Alright, so I would say this game gets I would recommend it. But
Yeah,
I can't give it
recommend it too.
I can't give it a number score because I definitely haven't played enough of that.
right.
Alright.
That's my recommendation.
What's yours, Ray?
I played a bit of Astro Calling. Played for about almost 2.5 hours.
I actually played that a while ago, didn't I?
Yeah, actually, Tim passed me a key because they had a multiplayer update. So
Yes, they did.
Ooh.
that's something we can look into in the future.
Maybe I'll have to consider going back into it.
Yeah. I feel like I didn't get through much, but it's still I still played for almost 2.5 hours, which is almost surprising. There's definitely a lot to it, and it's a fun little kind of Factorio-like game where you build in this case, a colony. If you get to that point, I didn't even get to that point. I was still just building a self-sufficient platform.
Yeah.
At the time, but it's very interesting how you grab you have what do they call them? Kind of not harpoons, but machines that
wasn't
grab
it gravity harpoon?
asteroids. Something like that. It grabs asteroids to get resources, and then you have docking stations where you can drag larger platforms around, and then eventually you can stick thrusters on your platform and fly off into explore other planetoids. It's very interesting. I'm interested to play more. For sure.
All right. Yeah, I got the game just like you did, and I haven't played any of it yet. But I certainly plan on playing it when we can all get together to do it. I feel like 4-player co-op would be fun.
Yes, definitely.
That's why I passed the key.
3-player or
That's why I
2-player.
passed the key to Silver too.
Oh, nice.
So we all have a copy of it.
Yay.
Mhm.
So none of us can escape.
No, none of us can escape it.
Yeah,
'Cause-
that
'cause-
was about, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago when you sent me a key or something like that?
Yep. So listen, I have this thing where if I'm gonna get tortured by a dev to ask me to play something, and it has multiplayer, I automatically ask the dev before I accept anything. I'm like, can I get a few more copies so I can drag everybody else from the podcast in it? And usually, if I mention the word podcast and co-host, they automatically just give me keys. So it's worked out like that.
Nice. Keywords are good.
Keywords are very good.
Like I just gotta.
Yes.
Like, I know everybody had this one game on their list, Spells and Secrets, right? For next month. Like, I know especially Let's Maybe you had it. Like that, they reached out today to me and said, "Hey, would you like a key like tomorrow to play get like way ahead in the game?" And I'm like, "Well, sure, but can I get a couple of copies from my friends?" They're like, "Oh yeah, we'll send them over tomorrow." Like you just have to be ballsy enough to ask. I've learned that.
Right.
I've definitely learned that. So
If you take
Something
nothing else
else.
away from this podcast, be ballsy enough to ask. It's a life lesson.
Yeah, I've learned that. Like they love it when you're ballsy enough to literally talk to them. You don't have like I don't have the biggest channel out there, but I have a big enough one where if I'm like, hey, if I'm polite and I'm nice and I write something, intellectual and say like, hey, I would like to promote your game, and like it worked with River City Girls 2. It worked with a whole bunch of stuff where I just reached out cold and managed to do it. Whatever. It doesn't. I don't have 1,000 concurrent viewers, but I can do what I can with the community I have. So it works.
Might as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
As do what we can. with what we
Communication
got.
is key.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. First game I'm going to talk about is Lords of the Fallen, or as I call it, I Sleep Simulator. It's been out for 3 weeks. I still can't get the game to run very well, even with DLSS or FSR running.
Yeah.
I do not own a bottom end system before anybody says. Always be ballsy, guys. Yeah, make sure to just walk around with your balls hanging out. But I would say this, like, okay, is the game itself bad? No. Is it inherently boring for somebody like me? Yes. I don't think I'm the best person to play this because it is basically just a Dark Souls game in a slightly different universe where everything in the game is just renamed to something else. Right? So you have your flask, you have your sleep spots, you have the enemy respawns. It's a Souls-like game. But it
There's at least one interesting mechanic.
what, the lantern?
Traverse between the land.
Yeah,
the
the
lands
lantern.
of the dead and the lands of the living. Yeah.
That's true. No, that's true. It doesn't start out awfully difficult depending on which class that you pick. I've tried 3 different classes. I just have problems getting it to run well. That's all.
That does suck.
Just because, like, all the other... Okay, I'll clarify. I don't think it's a bad game. It's just not a game for me. Because all the Souls-like games that I've played this year and actually beat have had their own, unique spin on it. Because I'm not a Dark Souls player, right? Not at all. And I'm willing to try any game. They're just not my thing. Like, Elden Ring was not my thing. But, like, what was that? Wo Long, on the other hand, was a game that I played all the way through and really enjoyed it, even though it was of the same gameplay, variety. So it's just like, it's all matters on the actual game itself. Is like, I wish the performance was way better. The performance is what really knocks this game down a bit, and that's why it's at mixed reviews on Steam, right? The gameplay itself is not bad. It's just not exciting for me whatsoever. So I'm gonna give. Yeah, I'm gonna give it. I'll give it, like, from what I played of it, a 6 out of 10. It's not bad. It's not awful. They shouldn't have released it before it was ready, though. And they put out that statement from the developer saying that basically they knew the game wasn't ready, and the publisher made them push it out anyway. And there's way too much of that going on right now. Like,
Man.
not any spoilers, but City Skylines 2 is another example of that shit where, like, hey, the game's underbaked, but we're gonna release it anyway. It's becoming way too common of a thing for people to just, well, for developers and publishers to just push shit out the door and just want to make their money back. So.
Yeah. Right.
But okay. Yep. Next. We got one, Silver.
Well, I suppose we could talk about Back 4 Blood since we put at least about 10 hours into that now. We've
Okay.
finally got through Act 1. about
Hmm.
what, halfway through Act 2.
I thought maybe you got to try a couple of the games that I sent you.
Unfortunately, no. Seriously, with fucking Starfield and Cyberpunk's expansion, I seriously have not had that much time to play other stuff. I mean, at least I did manage to play more of Gloomwood. I finally got to the fucking market. I finally progressed in that.
What
Not to get
Long
finished.
was the worst game you ever played? Really? I actually enjoyed it myself. I thought it was a interesting take on the Souls-like genre.
I've played a worse Dark Souls. I consider the, what is it, Dark Souls 2 to be worse than Wolong. Yeah, you heard me. Dark Souls 2 is worse than Wolong. You fucking heard me.
Okay, so let's get back on track here. Back for Blood. I really enjoyed it. I have no idea why it's that mixed. I've actually really enjoyed it so far.
Gunplay is great. It's nice to... You see... Yes, I get it. It's made by the same developers that made Left 4 Dead 2 and Left 4 Dead 1. I guess this is why it's being like, I don't know, what's the term I'm looking for?
Or harshly critiqued.
Yes, thank you, Ray. And also they made Evolve as well, which, you know, didn't exactly go down.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but we've got to bring up their failures as well.
Game of the year,
Every other
Evolve.
game developer and publisher. Yeah. So,
Evolve, Game of the Year, baby.
At least I like the enemy variety. The level design is, well, so far anyway, is pretty varied. Characters are pretty interesting, except for some of them. Some of them are pretty lame and, well, kind of asshole-ish. But hey, you gotta have an asshole here and there, yeah. It's like with their previous games.
Welcome
Yeah,
to the
gun
internet.
variety is great too. It's vastly better than Left 4 Dead's weapon variety. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Except for melee, I would expect them to have at least a crowbar or maybe even a frying pan as a melee weapon, but no. Why not?
Listen, if you're saying people overreacting, welcome to the internet, man. That's all the internet does is fucking overreact. What are you talking about?
And they couldn't have had a frying pan. They didn't want to get in trouble with, what was that dev team again?
Oh my god. Fucking PUBG, let me guess. PUBG.
Yeah, PUBG. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Fuck's sake. No. Let's not delve into that whole can of worms, yeah?
Yeah, but I've actually really
But
enjoyed
yeah.
the game. I've really enjoyed Back for Blood.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed playing it.
Yep, yes indeed. And plus there's a whole lot of different tools, and so there's like tools that are kept separate from grenades and stuff. Maybe
Hmm.
toolkits to unlock doors that provide extra loot and stuff.
And I will say, like melee attack builds are a lot of fun.
Yeah, fucking overpowered, especially the fucking
The claws, man.
Yeah,
my
fucking overpowered.
my Wolverine build was great. I love that shit.
Over fucking powered. The card system works well enough. It's just that you gotta know how to build your deck and tailor it to the group that you're playing with.
Oh yeah, and shout out to Miss Minnie May for playing with us. She's been a lot of fun to play with as well.
Yes, thank you for playing.
Yeah, she
It was
said
nice to not have a dumb bot with us for a change.
she DM'd me and said that she'll be there Saturday as well.
Cool beans.
Yeah, so
Looking forward to it.
we have somebody to
Making
play.
friends.
Yeah, we're making friends. Look at that.
Almost like we're on the internet or something.
All right. How?
You don't-
So what's your grade so far? Would you rather wait till we finish it?
Yeah, I'll wait till we finish it.
Especially since we got the expansion and everything, we should probably play all of it first.
Yeah.
All right, Murmich, what's your second one?
My second one is Pizza Possum.
Oh God, I played that.
Oh yeah, I did play a little bit. That's
I
Yeah,
Mermaid.
so
I played that on stream last week.
oh my gosh, I played Pizza Possum, tried it out, did the whole thing solo, died a bunch of times, and then I decided, you know what would be more fun? If I dragged
Dragging
Ray
me into
into it. So I then proceeded to take Ray all the way up to get a crown, and it was quite fun.
It was an experience, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I did this. I did this on last Sunday. I played it. Yeah.
The split screen is quite weird, though. where like
It's
depending
got one of those adaptive split screens where if you're both on screen, it's normal, but as soon as one of you like
it
Oh.
starts splitting the screen. And,
divides the screen in that at that angle, and then
and
the screen
depending
is-
where you are, if you are above your friend, it'll split the screen horizontally, but it will rotate that line depending on where on the map you
direction
are. Yeah.
Oh, that's different.
I-
Yeah, because
It's not the
Divinity
first game to do that,
has
but it's not a usual split screen.
Yeah, Pizza
Yeah.
Possum. Pizza Possum. Yes, that's the
But-
name of the game.
Or
Smoke,
Raccoon,
smoke
if
bombs
you're
are
in
great.
co-op.
Yeah,
Smoke bombs are overpowered.
They're just wonderful. I haven't
Hey,
unlocked
Megawaka.
all of the tools that you can get, but it is very fun. Now, I want to try and get 3 crowns in a row without getting caught, but I know I need a lot more tools before I can attempt that. And it is very nice because when you're playing with another person, as long as one of you is still up, you can run over to the cop dog that's grabbed your friend and just get him released.
That's cool.
But
I have to
yeah,
say this.
the game is very fun.
I have to say this is probably the weirdest game that I've ever seen Raw Fury published before. I had to like do a double take when I saw that they published the game. I was like, this seems completely out of their wheelhouse. But hey, it was decent like arcadey experience, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So you got another one, Ray, or is that the only one you had for?
No, those are the only two.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. I have a game I'm going to be playing tomorrow on stream as well as Silent Hope.
It's a 7, by the way.
Okay, sorry about that. Yes, sorry about that, Merge. So Silent Hope was my big surprise of the month so far. It is a RPG game, an action RPG game, where you literally go down into this cavern and you fight your way down, and you extract once you get to a certain point or you feel like you're gonna die. And you take your resources, and there's a hub area at the top where you craft new weapons and get new materials and stuff like that. So it's constantly going down, fighting bosses, fighting your way through the levels, going down, traversing down into this abyss. And you go back up and you upgrade your character, and it's kind of like that gameplay loop. But there's 7 different classes to play as. And so there is like a ton of different opportunities for you to try a whole bunch of different builds. You know, you can do Ranger, Wanderer, Archer. There's even like a maid who plays like a rogue. And like,
Oh, that's awesome.
and
Funny.
it has very good animation. It has very good voice acting. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to play too. I mean, like, it's straight up just a very good single player hack and slash action RPG game. I'm gonna play more of it tomorrow. I'm gonna say so far it's very, very well done, and I had a lot of fun with it. So I decided I'm gonna dedicate a whole stream to just this game. So you'll definitely see more of it tomorrow if you stop by when I'm streaming on YouNow and YouTube. See, cheap plug. Pow. But yeah, yeah, this game, like, I totally would recommend checking it out. And if you want to see more of it, just make sure to stop by and check it out for yourself. It's $40, so I would definitely say make sure to check out the stream to see if you like it before you take the word for it. But okay, does anyone have anything else besides Murmich, or just that it?
I didn't really play anything else at length that I have.
All right, Murmich, you said you had 3, right?
Yes.
What's the last one you had?
The last one I played was the demo of the Deep Rock Galactic Survivor game.
Okay, what is it called? Deep Rock Survivor?
Deep Rock Galactic Survivor.
Okay.
So this is one of 2 games that the Ghost Ship Games Publishing has started putting out. Basically, it's a combined of Deep Rock and Vampire Survivor, pretty much. You go down into a mission, you get enemies that constantly keep spawning. You go down and mine, kill bugs, get XP. When you get XP, can upgrade weapons when you get to like 5, 10, 15, stuff like that. You can get a new weapon, and you can get upgrades that affect certain guns, affect all your guns, affect you directly. But yeah, with the demo, they only had Scout unlocked, but and just Hazards 1 through 3. Hazard 3 was brutal, from what I heard. I tried Hazard 2, and I kept dying to the final boss like 3 times. It was awful. But the game was very fun. I will admit, the game is very, very fun and very smooth to play.
Seeing as how it's based on a universe that you will love already, it's not very hard to encourage you to play something else, right?
I mean, yes. Like, it already has a lot of the elements that I love. Unlike other Vampire Survivor type games, this game has like walls and stuff that are procedurally based, well, not procedurally generated, but like when you spawn on the map, they're just randomly generated. You can dig through the walls to basically get yourself not cornered. Now, certain enemies, just like in normal Deep Rock, can dig through the walls to try and come kill you. But most of them will attempt to pathfind with their very slow movement speed to you. But yeah, it's a really cool game that they've been putting out now.
Awesome.
I look forward to playing their other spin-off that will be coming out next year in November.
Yeah, nice. Silver's also into the survival games genre. Maybe I can tell that.
So yeah, when this eventually comes out next year, I highly recommend it.
Nice.
Okay, because I'm playing 3 of those games.
So
Survivors, Halls of Torment, and 20 Minutes Till Dawn.
Yeah.
So over the last 2 days, I put 8 hours into this last game that I'm going to talk about. It's Descent. So it came out on Halloween, and played it for 2 days and put over 8 hours in it on Game Pass. This game might be a sleeper hit for me and a lot of people. It is a very relaxing, as it calls it, meditative vibes game. But it's basically a puzzle climbing game. With a nice overarching narrative to go along with it, right? It's not so much something like, where you're trying to climb and it's going to make you frustrated or you're going to fall to the bottom every time you make a mistake. It's more just casually finding the best route to go about it. You can hook yourself up with a harness, so even if you mess up, you're not going all the way down. But you'll get upgrades as you go along, like a double jump and stuff to make it so you can reach new points. I really don't want to spoil the story, but I want to say that, like, because it's from Don't Nod, right? The people that made like Life is Strange and stuff. They do really good narrative stuff, and this is definitely the case with this. They took a very interesting gameplay mechanic, like a climbing puzzle game, and then built a very cool and mysterious narrative around it. So I would totally recommend playing this game if you have Game Pass, 100%, because you're already paying for it anyway. So go play it. This is a 9 out of 10 for me. I played 8 hours in 2 days. For me to take that much time to play anything with the amount of stuff that I play recently, that says something. Plus, I was really looking forward to this game to begin with. Between this and Cocoon, those were 2 like Game Pass games that I went out of my way to play. And yeah, this has been a giant surprise for me. And seeing as how we're doing awards next month, unless something really blows my mind, it's probably gonna end up somewhere in the top 10, maybe. Well, we'll see.
Hey,
It's definitely the most unique game I've played all year. Real like uniqueness wise, right? Is it the best? No, there's a ton of great games that came out this year, but it's definitely the most unique experience you're gonna find, for sure this year. All right. So, with that being said, we're gonna keep the topic pretty basic this month. We're gonna talk about the layoffs that have been going on in the industry lately. One, I think we can all agree that most of the reason why the layoffs are occurring is like during COVID when everybody was at home, gaming was thriving like crazy. Like the gaming
Well,
industry,
do.
yeah, the gaming industry as a whole during COVID was, absolutely killing it, right? And companies were enjoying like crazy amounts of money coming in, and they were hiring people. And then when COVID ended and everybody went back to work, companies are always reliant on being able to tell their investors that they're making this much more profit year after year. So of course they're going to cut employees and cut employees and cut employees to make it so they can still make their profit margins, right? No matter how much we want to put our feelings in there and say, it's bullshit, which it is. It's just the name of the game when it comes to business. They don't care. But I also feel like when it comes to stuff like this recent Bungie news, where they missed expectations by 45%, that I feel like sometimes unreal expectations end up causing a lot more problems than anything else, because the developers who are making and producing the content for this game have no say in what the overall expectations for the next year is or quarter. And for some executive that has no idea what actually goes into making the game to make the judgment that unless this game sells X amount of microtransactions within a year, so the game can make this much profit, then it is a failure. I feel like it's setting itself up for a disaster. Because besides the fact that Destiny 2 is free to play on its base game level, I was looking the other day. I'm gonna have to look this up again. Yes, the base game of Destiny 2 is free, but if you want to play if you want all the additional content, it is $564.86.
Now, you are missing something very, very big about Destiny as well. And it's the fact that to play all the newest content in Destiny, you have to pay like $60 for every single new like big content update.
Well, you don't have to buy it, but you can. Yeah.
Yeah. But there's a lot of stuff that like once it goes past, you don't get it anymore.
Oh yeah, you mean like them vaulting shit?
Yeah, them vaulting stuff that I'm pretty sure you still pay for.
Well, yeah,
And,
they don't pay
content.
They don't give you your money back, that's for sure.
Exactly.
That's bullshit right there.
But I mean, like, okay, so this is $564 is not an accurate number because honestly, you're not gonna buy, the final shape and the annual pass and then the final shape, or like you're gonna buy one or the other. But still, like the last two expansions alone are $100, and then
Ridiculous.
I have Beyond Light, right? So the Witch Queen is another $30. Shadowkeep is another $25. So like you're still paying like almost.
And look at all the mixed or mostly negatives on all of those.
Of course, because especially Lightfall, people hated Lightfall, man. Like
that was a really weird decision. Like going free to play wasn't a bad decision for Bungie. However, the way they did it wasn't the best, and it's kind of actually I feel like since we mentioned Evolve did a similar thing too, where they, after realizing they couldn't make money off of it anymore, they went free to play, and I don't think they handled that very well either.
No, and like, but for an expansion in the annual pass to be $100 per expansion, That's crazy. Unless you're playing Destiny 2 all the time, that's insane. That's like that's Call of Duty level of like, you know, outrageous bullshit. But I know people that do play Call of Duty every day of their life, and it's the only game they play. They literally only have a console to play Call of Duty. That is the only thing they keep it for. So if that's the case, and you're paying $100 for the only game that you play all year, that's different, I guess. But yeah, I feel like unfortunately this isn't gonna stop. You know, I feel like people are gonna have to still keep cutting and cutting and cutting, and we're gonna see like Embracer Group end up selling off a lot of studios, and people can complain about consolidation unless it's the company that they, or the plastic box that they worship. You know, like if Sony went and bought Take-Two tomorrow, every pony out there would be like, yeah! But then, like, you know, Activision gets bought by Xbox, and all the Xbox fans are like, yeah! Like, it's all great until, like, every studio gets bought up, and then you have to pick one console or the other. Or own all of them, you know? Like, I have a Switch, and I have a PC, and my kids have an Xbox. I don't need anything else. Like me, the Switch and the Xbox is all, honestly, I mean, the Switch and the PC are basically all I need. Because Nintendo stuff, for all people will complain about, that's the only place you can play that stuff. Like, if it's exclusive to Xbox, to Nintendo, you're not going to get it anywhere else, unless you want to pirate it. And I'm kind of against doing that, at least with newer stuff. Like, Super Nintendo stuff, I'm sorry. I'll emulate the fuck out of that. I'm not gonna go out and spend $300 on a 25-year-old, no, actually 35-year-old system at this point, you know, and hope it works. So, you know, I feel like box worship is dumb as it is, and I know a lot of people own every system, like you do, Silver, right? You guys own every system, correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because you have a Switch, and then what? Your father has a PS5, and you have a Series X as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so like they got everything. Silver's the ultimate gaming family. He's got his Steam Deck, he's got his Xbox. He can play anything you want.
Every pie.
Yeah. But on the other hand,
because that's why I have a diverse opinion. I was like, well, I don't pick neither.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to. You don't have to.
That way, I'm never in the middle.
So, like, Mermits, you have what? A Switch and a PC, right? That's it?
Correct. And then I have a lot of the like older Nintendo consoles, but I never really got big into Xbox, unfortunately.
Good.
But now PCs are basically just like
An extension of Xbox.
yeah, it's basically just a slightly better Xbox, because now all Xbox games pretty much get made for either Game Pass or just PC in general.
Pretty much.
Which is great, because that makes them a lot more profit.
Oh yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, Starfield sales would have been much lower if they only released it on, you know, Series X or whatever. Like, the PC
they wouldn't have done that.
The PC market will eat up anything Bethesda. I'm sorry. No matter how much people are like, Bethesda flop, yeah, they will buy those games and mod the fuck out of them. How's it going, Unison?
I think it's because of the modding that they know they can get away with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're adding mod support to the console version in early 2024, so that's gonna be cool. But yeah, I mean, I don't care what anyone that comes here to watch the channel, I don't care which box you like, or if you're a PC gamer or whatever. We all come here to support games, but I still don't understand the toxicity around console warring. I just don't. Like,
I find the concept to be retarded.
Yeah, because you know what's funny is I find it entertaining on a laughable standpoint, but if you're like a Sony fan and you have, let's say, Spider-Man, but you're sitting there talking about Starfield, or you have Forza if you're an Xbox fan, and all you do is look for everything wrong with the other box's game, like Spider-Man, like it had bugs and everybody's like, look, it's a buggy game, and then everybody's like, it's not as buggy as Destiny. I mean, as Starfield, and I'm like, just play some fucking games and shut up. You know, like, I don't get it.
Support the game. Support the games.
Yeah.
That's what matters. The fucking games.
Because I
Who gives a
guarantee you,
shit what they're on.
I guarantee you, none of these devs give a fuck what box you buy, right? They
Well,
may
support the good games.
like
Some of them
Let's-
might,
let's
but
make-
not
Let's
many.
be a bit more specific.
like to get an idea, right? Alana Pierce and Corey Barlog both work for Sony Santa Monica Studios, right? Guess what they were playing the first day it was out? They were playing Starfield. Do you think they cared that it was on Xbox? No, they went and played the game because they liked it. Like
Yep.
Phil Spencer, I guarantee in his free time would be like, all right, I'm gonna go play my PlayStation. Who cares? Like it's not that big of a deal. Like,
I mean, to be fair, when they have that kind of money, I don't think that kind of stuff bothers them at all.
no, I imagine
If you
it does
still
not.
want you to buy their console,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean
Especially
you can't
Jim.
have the other one.
Especially Jim Ryan. Oh yes.
Well,
yes.
I don't think Jim Ryan's a gamer though. Phil Spencer's a gamer.
No, he's
Jim Ryan is
Jim
an
Ryan is 100% businessman.
yeah, he's a businessman through and through. Like Phil's somebody that I would love to just play a game with, right? Like Jim would give me a business class. Yeah.
And I'd be bored out of my fucking mind. No.
All right,
offense.
so we're at the point where we're going to talk about the games we're excited about for the next month, where I have a mountain and everybody else has a molehill, which is unfortunate.
Sorry, but I know I'm just so tired. I couldn't be bothered to look for more. I could have, but I was just like, no, you know what? I'm getting brain dead. I fucking don't want to look anymore.
It's all right. If we
Silver's
want,
brain was oozing out his ears.
yeah, if we want to hear about brain dead stuff, we'll just listen to Murmich. Speaking of Murmich, let's start with his list.
All right.
So let's see.
Let me just pull up my own list real quick.
Which you-
Technically, Tim
which
would
you-
do that.
Yeah, which you put in the wrong part.
Yeah.
We have a system for
It
this.
was like 1 a.m. I was exhausted.
No, we have a system for this, everybody, to make it very simple for us. And Murmich
I
just
did my list a couple of hours ago.
and Murmich just couldn't stick with the way that we do it. You know, he just couldn't do it. Your first one is DreamWorks All Star Kart Racing, just to let you know.
Yes.
Okay, so this
I
is
saw that and immediately thought, oh, this would be amazing if we played this together.
so I do want to let everybody know this is from the same publisher of Kong Skull Island.
Yeah,
That's an interesting tip.
Yeah.
A little interesting piece of information. I wonder
I
if
don't-
it'll be any better.
Look, I saw the word DreamWorks and kart racing, and
And ignored
just
everything else.
yes.
You should never ignore everything else. Be more observant, Mumich. Be more observant.
Look, I saw Shrek in a cart, and
That's why we're gonna be
Okay.
That's why we're gonna be trying out Disney Speedstorm next week because now that it's free to play, I'm very interested to check and see if that's any good.
look, as long as if it's not $60, I'll probably buy it and try it out.
Okay, so the last game for reference for everybody, the last game that I tried from this publisher was a NASCAR arcade game that was fucking
yeah.
terrible, and it was $50. Silver, you were there for that one, right?
Yeah, ouch.
Yeah, so NASCAR Arcade
You're
Rush it
shitting
was
on
called,
me.
right?
Yeah.
It was $50 and it was the most generic, boring fucking racing game I've ever seen. So I hope for the best. Because you have to remember, these are all different developers. It's just the same publisher. But I'll say, like, if it's anything like the last two games they published, ouch.
Yeah. I don't know if DreamWorks would ever let them get away with that though.
I'm
I
surprised
hope
that
not.
I'm surprised that the King Kong franchise would let them get away with that, but you know, we got what we got.
Is that Universal? Is it Universal that owns that, or is it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Well, they only care about the money, don't they?
True, but if this is a loss for profits, then they'll be pretty upset.
All right. So
Yeah,
let's.
I'm surprised
let's
I'm not with the King Kong game, but I won't.
all right. So Silver's first one is My Time at Sandrock.
Yep. which I
It's
have
the
played.
day.
Which
That
I
kind of sounds
have-
like my time in Portia, but not.
Well, it's a sequel.
Ah.
Technically a sequel.
So if anybody wants to play this game, I'm gonna be giving away 2 copies of it later this week.
Ooh.
It also has multiplayer, just like the first
Yes,
game.
yes, it does.
I played multiplayer in the first game, so.
Wait, the first game has multiplayer?
My time in Porta? I don't think so.
Shit. I don't know.
Actually, no. I think my time at Porsche actually is just single player.
Yeah, this
This
one.
game does have multiplayer.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to play along, you know where to find me.
I will say, comparing it to the first game, it definitely looks and actually plays better. Like, movement is a lot smoother. You know, building your workshop and whatnot is a lot better. It's a lot easier to get into straight away. And all sorts of good stuff. They've definitely improved what should have been improved in the first game, but hey, they're late, they
Really,
never,
never.
right? A
Fuck.
jinx.
Fuck that.
In my mind.
But alright, let's see. Let's go to Ray's list.
Fucking teamwork.
Uh-oh, who did a
Don't
thing?
listen to Silver.
Don't listen to Silver. Thanks, Dan. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it.
Oi! Oi, Dan. Oi!
Alright.
Oi. That's rude.
But no, so my time in Sandrock looks great. I actually got my key the other day, and then the developer sent me 2 more, so we're good to go.
Nice.
We're good to go.
Oh, let me know if you are ever going to play it.
I'm required to, sir, so you're guaranteed that one.
It is an obligation.
Yeah, it's a dare. It's a dare drop thing.
Oh my. I'll install it when able then.
Alright, so let's see. Polymines 2, right? Is that what it's called? Yeah, Polymines.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Dan is here just in time for the chill, minimalistic puzzle game.
Puzzle games.
Ooh.
Yep. I feel like I've been a little short on them, so I made up for it this month.
All right.
Oh,
There's Minesweeper combined with what do they call it? Notograms.
Mm.
It's a brain workout.
Yep.
Dan's like, oh, this is a Ray. Yes, yes, it is.
Oh yes. Oh yes,
Mhm.
it is. Dan knows.
Actually, I found a couple games this month that are totally Ray games that he didn't find. And I'm not talking about puzzle, but I'm
Yes.
talking about games that are like totally something that Ray would play.
Well then.
I'm very excited to get to those. All right, so my first game is called This Bed We Made,
Hmm.
Hmm.
which came out yesterday.
You made your bed, now sleep in it.
Is a third-person mystery game because I love me some mystery like detective type shit. And this
Always
is
fun.
where you play as a maid in the 1950s hotel, and you snoop around in the stranger's rooms to uncover deadly secrets. And you literally go around and you play, and you basically put together clues to find the killers as a maid in the 1950s. And it's already got very positive reviews because I have no doubt. It reminds me a lot of like Sherlock Holmes for sure, but it's not from the same developer, and it seems to take a nice deterrent of the normal formula for detective games.
Yeah, it does look interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that's like LA Noire, I'll play. Let's put it that way instead. I love LA Noire. Yeah, on my list? Yeah, there you go, baby!
Congratulations, Tim.
Yeah, see? Look at that. I'm already winning 1-0. It's kind of unfair because I have too many games. So I will admit it's unfair. We can't really judge it that way. Let's see. What's Murmich's next one?
My next game would be Ziggy's Cosmic Adventures.
Sounds like something you play high.
It's a VR game.
Oh, yeah, definitely something you play high then.
I don't know if you'd want to play it high. It's basically a puzzle game. but there's a lot of action in it.
I was gonna say, Dan, have you played a lot of VR games since you actually got VR? Yeah, I asked that question as Dan types, wow, VR games still exist? Nope, I hate VR.
Yeah, people
Really?
are still making VR games.
The only one I ever played was Half-Life Alyx. That's the only VR game I've ever played.
That's a really good one.
I've played quite a few entertaining good ones. Blade and Sorcery is fucking awesome.
See, this one is like a sit and spin game that I could see being okay in VR. It would probably prevent you from getting motion sickness like a lot of other VR games do.
Yeah.
That's what you think, Dan. That's what you think. You just don't explore enough. That's what
Like,
you
there's a
think. I've
ton of
played
good
quite a
VR
few good
games,
VR
Dan.
games.
It's just that a lot of them are a lot harder to find.
Mm-hmm. You
Can
need
I-
to
At
ask
least you
somebody
haven't heard
that
about a
actually
lot
has
of them.
actually
Can-
played these VR games.
Can I
Or manage.
Can I make a clarification? Yes, there's good VR software, but I think, to be fair, it's more of like some VR games are VR experiences and not in the typical sense of what a game would be.
I mean,
Right.
yes.
Like when you're looking at like Half-Life Alyx, that's not like a experience. That's a whole game in VR, right?
Yes.
Whereas like this or something like this is more of like an experience where you play it for a half hour, you do your run, and then you come back to it and play it again. For like people that want a game that has a beginning, a middle, and end, that's where VR tends to struggle a bit because they don't have long narrative experiences with them for the most part. They're most likely just compact. No, I'm just saying most of them are compact, like mini experiences in VR. I'm not saying all.
And also the fact that most VR games now are made for like the MetaQuest because of the fact that that is such a much easier way to get into VR that you don't really ever see any like quality games hit Steam or anything besides that.
Which is a shame.
Yep.
All right, so this one's Ray's
But
next
that's
one.
why I'm-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's why I'm
No,
glad
this is Silvers. What are you talking about?
Oh, this is Silver. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
I should have known there. I should have known there was shooting, Ray. I shouldn't have assumed.
Yeah, I don't play shooting games. What do you think? What do you take me for?
He says after we played Titanfall 2 a little bit the other day.
Titanfall 2 is not a shooting game. It is a robot game. There's a difference. Yes.
No, there is still shooting in it. It is a first-person shooter slash mech shooter. So actually, Ray, you are entirely wrong.
It's a movement shooter. Anyway,
I don't give a shit what kind of bullshit John.
Okay, so what's this game about, Silver? So it's
That's what it's about.
no, it's actually like it's a little different than a typical shooter though, because it says with a focus on inventory management.
Yeah, which
sounds like Resident Evil.
well, considering from what we saw in that trailer, yes, pretty much. Hey, I like inventory management. You won't believe how particular I freaking am with moving shit in inventory. Just trying to like I put ammunition beside a weapon that matches the ammunition. I'm so particular with that fucking shit. I know it's. I will drive some people up the fucking wall with that.
I agree, Dan.
Why would
I
you do
agree.
that? I was like, but it just makes sense, right? Like I would put 9mm next to a 9mm handgun, or 7.62mm to a 7.62mm rifle. Why wouldn't I do that? It just makes things more easy for me to manage.
Yeah, the
Keep track
computer.
of, that's
The
all.
computer I'm looking at, Dan, is gonna have a 4080 in it. I think a 4090 is a little too rich for my blood, but still a 4080.
Wait a minute, a first-person shooter that's not a Doom clone. Are you sure this is?
Yeah.
Silver's games.
Yeah, I am sure it was there. It was there.
I don't just pick out Doom clones for shooters, man. Come on.
Lately, I do. I think I'm stealing all your
Right.
guys' idea.
It's like when Tim recommended me Severed Steel. I fucking enjoyed the shit out of that game. It was
That's
great
true.
fun. It was so much fun. I finished the whole fucking thing in like 2 or 3 days too.
That game is great. That game is great. All right, so
Especially the slow mo.
now this one is Ray. This is Tilelands.
Yes.
Not Thailand. Thailand.
Definitely a Ray game.
Ooh.
Yes,
Careful,
not
Tim. Your
Thailand,
podcast
Thailand.
is gonna get banned in China now.
Yeah, Thailand.
Ooh, whoop the fucking do.
Timeland.
Mermich might recognize this has some similarities to Dwarf Romantic and other things.
Yes, I can see
placing lands and
stuff next to
tile
each other.
shaped grid.
Tile land, Dan, for fuck's sake.
No,
Not tired land.
Tired land.
is where silver is right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I
I'm
will be
fucking
later.
tired.
He tired land, and he's going to Delirious Avenue once he's done.
No, I'm going to go the fuck to sleep street.
All right. My next one is Star Ocean: The Second Story R, which is a remake of the second
Demo,
Star Ocean game.
By the way,
Huh? Oh, demo. Yeah.
shout out to the demo. By the way,
Yeah. Sorry about that.
I've
And-
never played a Star Ocean game.
This one's from the original PlayStation the first, originally.
Ah,
And they did a full upscale, remake of it. I feel like they did a really good job of it. If you can't tell, I own the game, so I'm definitely going to review it. It came,
It's basically one of those they've actually put effort into.
yeah,
It doesn't have the issue.
it came out today, so obviously I haven't been able to try it yet. But if you're interested, this does have a demo. You're more than welcome to try. Like, I love science fiction stuff, and this is taking a JRPG and mixing it with science fantasy, which is a nice, a nice way for me to get into a JRPG game. I'm not a big fan of the newer Star Ocean games, but this is one of the ones I played a bit of a long time ago. So I can't wait to dive back in and definitely try out this remake. And it's got full voice acting this time, which it didn't have before.
Hey, that's improvement. Because some people, or should I say a lot of people, don't want to fucking read a mountain of text.
Those are the people that watch dubs, and we hate them. No.
Sorry,
Tim says,
I didn't mean to
ironically.
this.
I know. But that was another thing that we covered the other day, me and Jess. He was like, subbed or dub, and I was like, I hate myself. Alright, RoboCraft 2.
Yes. So,
Yeah,
if you
so-
remember the original RoboCraft, which
Yes.
came out
Yes.
forever ago and fully
Pretty much
released
forever
in
ago.
2017, the devs of that game have now are in development of number 2. So this will be quite interesting to see how this
Suppose
turns
so.
out. Since it looks like they have a lot more options for combat this time.
A lot more options to hate your friends. Yeah.
Mhm.
You're my friend. I hate you. Hey, listen. Anything that allows you to build and make crazy shit, I'm all for. It's all about creativity, and I find that should
Yeah,
be
you
great.
build it and you blow it up.
Yeah.
Pokemon used to play a lot.
Rebuild it, stick more guns on it, and then do it all over again.
Oh, that's the game we used to play a long time ago. Crossout. It was like this. We played it on stream a long time ago. I think it was like me, Glab, and a couple other people. It's another free-to-play game like this, but yeah, like you got to build your own vehicles and then like do like actual combat between them, kind of like what was that game? The series for the PlayStation. Silver, help me out here.
Twisted Metal.
Yeah, kind of like Twisted Metal, basically. The closest thing we ever got to that. So, yeah.
Pretty much.
So if it's anything like that, I'll definitely check it out. That's cool, especially being free. Fuck, what do I got to lose? A little bit of time. Let's see.
Yep.
Which one's next? Silver's list. Hentai Simulator 5. Got it. Alright. Oh,
As fucking if.
Playtown, same thing.
Yeah, I know.
Are we really gonna
Remind
go?
people
Are we
of
going to
something.
a ball pit?
I'll probably remind some people of something.
What, Five Nights at Freddy's?
Begins with... Nope. Begins with P and ends with E.
What, Piggy?
It's... No.
I don't.
It's playtime.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. Sorry.
No worries. You know, I'm actually kind of surprised that they didn't drop Chapter 3 for Bobby's Playtime during Halloween. It would have been a perfect time, but I guess they need more work on it.
I was probably isn't ready yet. That's my guess, right?
But apparently it's going to be the the most fucked up of the chapters so far.
Oh, that's pleasant. That's pleasant. I'll make sure to bring the family.
By that I mean like horror content.
I got it. I got it. All right.
Just before anybody gets any ideas.
Next one is Pixel Pedals.
More minimalistic
Interesting.
games. This one's more of a relaxing one, though.
Catch the vibes, baby.
Sometimes,
Catch the vibes.
Simplicity can be really fun.
Oh, this is totally like a relaxation game.
Mm.
Breed flowers. Oh no, it's a breeding game, Silver.
Oh no, it's Animal Crossing all over again.
Yeah.
Those flowers.
Except it was, at least in this one, at least it looks like you can just tell it to create, crossbreeds instead of getting it randomly. And you have no idea if something is a hybrid flower or not.
Sounds like we're digging up some trauma from Burbage.
My next one is RoboCop.
I've actually heard
Oh?
some good things about this.
Yeah.
Like, it looks
Yeah.
like they've actually finally found their niche.
It's the new guy in town.
Dude, the
You know,
demo
the
was so
developers that made
good.
That extreme, remember the developers that made that extremely shitty Rambo game? Yeah, that's these guys, believe it or not.
Yeah, Dan,
Oh,
Dan, you'll
and also
remember.
the
It's a man, not a god.
Terminator Resistance game. See, they improved after that with Terminator Resistance, and now they've improved even more somehow, some way, with this RoboCop game.
Yeah, I will say that they did the same thing with this that they did with Terminator. Is they took the source material and they worked really well within it. They did the same thing with Terminator as well. Terminator.
Yeah, so this game is based between RoboCop 1. Oh no, it's after RoboCop 1 and 2. So it's actually canon. This game is fucking canon. Just so
No
you
way.
know. Yep. It's fucking canon. So yeah, expect to see some familiar faces and yeah, and whatnot.
Hell yeah, baby. RoboCop.
And hey, it's about time we're getting a decent RoboCop game, isn't it? Anyway,
Yeah. And who
because we never have.
and who would have thought the redemption arc would have landed this development team with making it?
Right?
But I have to say,
Oh, well, what do you know?
that Terminator game actually was very good.
Hmm.
Yep,
I
remember you playing it way
Yeah.
back.
I except for the unexpected sex scene in the middle of it, it was very nice to
Yeah.
stream.
Like, whoa, full nudity on Twitch? Fuck me, I'm gonna get banned.
And I did not. I did not get banned
I'm
for it.
going to jail.
But yeah, I
I'm
was
going
not
to
fucking expecting that.
jail.
I was
Yeah.
not expecting that shit. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Like,
just
could we have a fucking censor,
but
please?
no, but listen, it was
Where's
so
the censor option?
it was absolutely out of nowhere too. It was just like, hey, what are you doing? Yeah,
What
we
the
should get together. Fucking. I'm like, holy shit. It was
What the
good.
fuck? Cover the screen, Tim. Cover the screen.
It was great. I loved
Yep.
it. I love moments like that.
Oh my word. Yeah,
Huh?
so out of the blue.
If I was gonna get banned, at least it would have been funny. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, well, I was playing a game that wasn't shit, so yeah. I went out on
So-
a high note, I guess.
This game I saw and thought, oh, Ray would definitely like this, since this looks really cool.
Oxytone.
Yeah, Oxytone.
Yeah,
Which
I
is a
didn't
puzzle game.
see that, but I knew it was on your list, so I didn't look too deeper.
But yeah, I grabbed this because I thought it would be interesting to you if you didn't find it.
Hmm.
But yeah, basically it's all these different pathways that you need to guide this line through. I'm not too sure about other than that, but I assume there's like progression and stuff.
I love the way he described progression in things. You know, stuff. That's
Progression
You know, games.
and stuff.
it's logic
This is
puzzles.
a
That makes
game.
sense.
With progression and stuff.
Yeah.
And
This-
apparently turn-based
That's what I've
tactics.
got.
This game loads up in stuff.
It looked cool.
Yes.
Load it up.
It has a
time.
publisher and a developer.
And
It's
stuff.
time for you
Spoiler
to
alert.
reload.
Spoiler alert, yes.
Yeah.
Ultimate spoilers.
But yeah, it looks like a cool little game, so I
Yeah.
thought I'd, you know.
Rather unique.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Next one up is Survivors of the Dawn. This is a silver game. And it's a Vampire Survivor clone. Well, you know, type game. I won't call them clones. I'm not
What
gonna
can I
do that.
say? What can I say? I've been enjoying these bullet hells because they actually do test your fucking reflexes. My god.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be like,
But
oh my god, it's like the Dark
Right
Souls of.
away.
No, I'm not gonna do that. It's like, it's the. I'm just referring to it as like what I think about when I see it, right? It just looks like Vampire Survivor.
in all honesty, though, Tim, since you like Diablo so much, Halls of Torment will give you that Diablo vibe. It really will.
You know what's funny?
I promise you that will. Give
I
you that
I
Diablo
really like Vampire Survivor, but I think I like Brotato
Mhm.
more.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I like Brotato more. But they're both really good. So it's like picking between two really good games, right? It's like I don't feel bad for picking one over the other, but Brotato just is more my style. Looks
Understandable.
unique indeed. Yes, yes it does.
I assume it's because you can actually. Does it have auto attack in Brotato? Or is it manual? Or is
Manual.
it both?
It's manual.
Yeah, you can do that in Halls of Torment, or you can have auto attack to nearest target. It kind of works a little better because you can focus more on moving. That way you
Yeah.
don't have to care about where you're aiming. It works for most character classes, just probably not for melee classes.
That's
Works
nice.
better for ranged units.
Okay, so Sword Car. I have to check again. This is Ray's, right? Yeah, okay, this is Ray's. I have to make sure I was on the right one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Silver's gonna be surprised.
No.
But I saw this and figured if it's not on your guys' list, you should be made aware of it.
Sword Car.
Actually, kind of the title alone kind of reminded me of what was that game you played a while back? With, like a boat that was a sword or something?
Oh, yeah. Man, I don't remember what the hell the title was, but I get what you're talking about.
I couldn't either.
Oh my word. That looks pretty wacky.
Looks
Yep.
extremely wacky.
It's like an
Thought.
anime killer car.
Yeah. Fucking car.
With
into it.
tires on fire.
Huh.
It's where Chainsaw Man has entered the car.
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man has entered the car.
Except that this is the knife devil
I
instead
am.
of the
He's like,
Instead of
I
the
am the car.
chainsaw devil.
Nice. All right, my next one is For the
Oh,
King.
gonna wait the whole end of the trailer.
for the... Okay, I'll wait till the end. Oh my god.
And nice.
Fuck you, sir. That's great. Okay, I'm glad I waited. I'm glad I
Yep.
waited. For the King 2.
Valiant
Oh.
adventurers once fought to bring peace to the
Which is a 4-player
and the
Already has
turn-
mixed reviews.
turn-based roguelike game.
peril threatens its people. The once peaceful and benevolent queen
Oh.
has turned against her subjects.
So basically, if you're playing by yourself, you control all characters in the party. If you're playing with 4 players, each player is controlled by 1 player, and you have to coordinate your attacks and what you do in combat to make it so you can help each other out.
Victories will be
Oh shit, that would be difficult.
requiring strategy.
Oh, really? I have 4 copies of the game. Are you sure you don't want to try?
To bolster our ranks.
You really think our coordination, well, team coordination skills are on point?
Yeah, see, there you go. I think it would be good.
Is now
I wasn't kidding either. I do have 4 copies of the game. So yeah,
Whoa.
I wonder what it is getting mixed reviews for. What is it? What's bad about it? Let's see. So far, we got stuck with the player being unable to move in the outworld twice. Okay, so it's bugs. Okay. Probably a great game, but due to lack of polish and too many bugs, not worth playing right now. Okay, that's fine.
Ah, needs more polish.
Well,
Needs
let's
more
hope
time to
they
be
can
on it.
fix that in short term.
Yeah, you know what I always say?
Indeed.
When I get asked to play a game, they give me a month to usually do a review or play it on stream. That's the case where I let them patch it and then we play it.
The team at iNet Games have reimagined a new way of playing for the King.
Hopefully
That-
they
It
can
will
do
make your
just that.
playthroughs more enjoyable.
I've learned to be patient. Alright, I actually saw this next game on your list, Mermich, which is Gatekeeper Infinity,
Yep.
which is a free prologue. By the publisher Hype Train Digital, baby.
I like trains.
I like trains.
Hello!
But yeah, this looked really cool.
Yeah, I mean it's a full-on prologue with co-op. So, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a fast-paced shooter. I mean, who doesn't want to play one of those?
Oh, I don't know.
Roguelike.
I can name a
And
couple people.
roguelite, apparently.
Yeah.
It's weird that it could be both. I thought those games could only be one or the other. It couldn't be both. Because there is
It's-
a discrepancy between them.
It's all of the above, Silver.
The thing that sold me was seeing that guy shooting giant rings of fire.
Baby.
Fire always sells Mermich.
Usually.
Oops.
Fire and explosions.
I like
Good thing every
explosions.
time I hear a sentence of a song.
Mine turtle.
Explosions!
My
It
explosions!
looks kind of like Risk of Rain, visually.
Oh yeah,
I
Riska. It's not on our. I didn't see it on Steam, but I was told that Risk of Rain Returns comes out this month as well. But I didn't see that on
Oh.
Steam. Because I got an email about it, about covering
Interesting.
it. So I just want to put that out there that the remake of the original Risk of Rain is going to be out sometime in November. All right. Let's see. Keep on going.
Very nice.
Blood Orange Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
I do like a good Blood Orange.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with the blood orange.
Aw, I'm disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah. Surprised me too, put it that way.
But dude, it's a semicolon. No, just kidding. Oh, so it's
Okay.
it's a 2D psychological horror.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Why does it look kind of like a dolphin?
Because it is.
Ugh.
It's a dolphin
Yeah.
that choked on a blood orange.
Ugh.
I know the game's name is so deceptive. What's this gonna fucking do with a blood orange? Nothing.
You don't
At least it's
understand.
free to play.
Yeah,
I think
anything.
the game's free. Yeah, the game's free, so you know.
Nice. All right, next one up on the is the Talos Principle 2. This is totally
Yeah.
this is totally a game for Ray that I would try because I love the game and fail at miserably, and then watch Ray play it and be like, "Oh, I should have known that." So
Yeah, I've heard many good things from Talos Principle.
I've seen a
Isn't,
lot of the first game,
isn't-
and it's a very, very well done puzzle game. So it's interesting
Yeah,
to see
isn't,
that they're making a continuation.
Isn't Crow Team the developer of?
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? They go from Serious Sam to this, and I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, guys, wow, fucking wow, what a what
I
a
can-
change of genres completely.
I can't wait till the
Jesus.
DLC comes out and I'm trying to solve puzzles while in the background I hear, "Oh!"
You just hear Sam saying, "Get away, you stupendous freaks!" Oh my word.
Yeah, Risk of Rain Returns releases November 8th, and I did not find it when I made my list.
Interesting. I didn't see it either.
1K. We don't know what's down there.
Indeed, they do.
We all need to think about what this means.
Yeah, Devolver Digital is all about diversity.
The truth is the
Yep.
only foundation.
And Crow Team certainly have some interesting ideas. It's just too bad Serious Sam 4 wasn't as good as what they could have been. Bravo.
Have you ever went back and revisited that game at all?
Have to understand.
Well, we finished it, so I didn't really see the point. I mean, I know the standalone game is out on Game Pass.
No, I just wanted to see if they ever like actually finished patching up the game. Okay.
Well, unfortunately, the Xbox version still has fucking major issues. It crashes and stuff, which pisses me off because I'm like, but I don't want to install it on my deck just to fucking play it again. I don't want to do that. But I suppose I could.
all right, my next one is a little interesting. This is one of those like under the radar things I found, which is Back to the Dawn. So it is a story-based choices matter RPG where you play an inmate who is incarcerated and framed,
Ah, yes.
and you try and basically make friends and get your way out of jail.
This reminds me of The Escapists.
Yeah. Whitey the Rabbit, Bob the Black Panther. I loved.
Oh my god.
I love Jim the giraffe, and his head isn't even on screen.
Yeah.
'cause It's like, well, that fits.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty
Sure.
cool though.
Like, wait a minute, how will he fit through the cell doors?
You even play,
I have to bow
but you
every time.
even play poker and everything. Like there's actually like friendship making mechanics in the game as well, which is very interesting.
That reminds me,
Well, it's
yeah,
probably like
I played Escapists
favoritism
too.
mechanics where, like, you can try and convince some of the other inmates to go along with you. Kind of
Exactly.
like
Exactly.
escapists.
Exactly. All right. So his next one is Lottle Knot.
And of course, it's a Mermage game.
It's colorful, it's cute, and it looks adorable. It's a Mermage game.
It's cute.
You're basically underwater and you go clean up pollution and waste.
Under the sea. Under the sea.
Clean up on seafloor 4.
Yep. We gotta get rid of all of the trash down on here
Ah,
with a somehow saltwater axolotl. Gonna clean up
say.
all of the seafloor. But yes,
Damn.
ba-
I should have left it as clean up on seafloor. Damn it. Oh well.
That's interesting, though. That's a very cute little game.
yes. Yeah, let's maybe.
And it's got a demo.
And it's got a demo.
Always check
Did
out.
anyone actually count the demos from the last podcast?
There was a lot.
There was a lot.
Oh yeah, there was.
But yeah, Lottle Knot looked cute enough and well made enough to consider me, you know, adding it to the list.
All right, next one is Witchcraft Survivors. I wonder what type of game this is.
Yep. Yep.
Anything with survivors at the end immediately makes me go, yeah, I know.
It's one of those. I know.
It's
There was
okay.
actually quite a few of those from what I could see here.
I try to only pick the ones that have actually looked like they've had some effort put into them. Rather
It's obviously a dating sim. Yeah, it is a dating sim.
Clearly.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I don't know where the romance dialogue comes in. But yeah, I can totally.
You play a necromancer, so you're technically romancing them after they're dead.
Okay, never mind. Let's just move along.
Look at the screen right here. Look at the screen. Like,
Yeah, I
what
can't
the
see
fuck?
Yeah.
What are we
I
looking
can't
at?
see
Oh.
shit.
Pure enemy count.
Yeah.
Numbers, just numbers.
All right.
Let's do numbers.
This next one, me and Ray were both interested in, which is Ebenezer and the Invisible World. A,
How the shit do you know where you're going? It's invisible.
a Metroidvania featuring Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh god. Wow. Okay. That's something.
And it looks fucking sweet, man. That's the sad part. Like,
I'm an old man, but I can still kick your ass. No. Where's your taxes? You haven't paid your taxes.
like literally, you're enlisting the help of Ghost to kill enemies.
Well, I guess Ebenezer Scrooge really is a tax collector.
Hell yeah.
But not just for the money. What a dark theme. Oh boy.
I've been saying, once you see the gameplay right here, it actually looks pretty. Like the backgrounds look amazing.
Interesting concept though for
Oh, definitely.
Scrooge. I didn't see this coming.
But it looks really good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
It's Scrooge is the main character. Wow. Yeah. Yep. Wow. Yeah. I'm shocked. Yeah. Neck. What's next? Any more Disney characters being fucking Metroidvania?
We need a Santa Claus-based Souls-like game.
No, we need a Shrek Souls.
Oh my god! Donkey!
God.
That'd be great.
Fucking hilarious.
But that's a good one. That's a good one. My next
Also
one.
Christmas, yeah.
My next one is regrettably the replacement we got for Dirt, the Dirt franchise, which I loved. It's WRC, because now this is all that Codemaster makes.
Aw.
Well, Codemasters got bought by EA, so now they're in charge of EA's version of Dirt, which is the WRC, the World Rally Championship. So that's not exactly a bad thing. It just takes away, like, takes away the Dirt series and replaces it with another one. But for anybody that has Game Pass Ultimate like me, you get a 5-hour free trial of this game, which I am going to take advantage of and check it out and see if it's worth actually getting. Because I love this stuff, but some of the games, like the Dirt Rally games, are so it's so incredibly difficult that I want to throw my controller out the window. So,
That one that I got to play with you, I didn't do too bad.
Let's see. Dirt 3, which is the one I gave away 1 million copies of before. That one's a lot of fun, and Dirt 5's a lot of fun. But Dirt Rally 1 and 2, I know Dan can attest to me with this one, is like, those games are balls to the wall hard. Yeah, it's another racing game, but it's different. I love this. I actually love rally racing games. All the way back to...
Dirt. It made me hate manual fucking drive.
Dude, my first rally game was Sega Rally Championship for the Sega Saturn.
Mm.
Oh wow. That's
Yeah.
far back, huh? Damn.
Is that TM?
No, the TM.
Yeah,
it's-
TM's
it's
bullshit. There you go.
Yeah, the
fucker.
TM is not technically part of the
Fucking
thing.
dick. he
Look,
put,
it's got a TM. I didn't know how to add the TM part of that.
he did it just so it screw me up. Got it.
But honestly, I was also kind of thinking of Ray when I saw this, because I know he likes mech games,
Yeah, it's
and
free.
this looked really cool.
And it's free to play.
Which can be both a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was gonna say.
it's gonna
The
have
trailer looked pretty dang cool.
it's gonna have a store. You know.
Because of course it is.
Well, they gotta make money somehow. To be fair.
Because
Yep.
yeah, and with mecha games, oh, there's plenty of opportunity.
Oh yeah,
Although
but yeah, this looked pretty interesting,
look
so
what
I
we've
thought
done.
I'd include it.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool one. Let's see.
You kind of guess what type of game it is, like when you look at the pictures.
Yeah, it's a mecha game. Totally.
Yeah.
Next one for silver is Concealed. Silver's all about fucking haunted high schools, bro. You show me so many games about haunted high
Hey.
schools.
I'm sorry, but they actually do make a really good theme for horror games.
No, I'm just saying, I've seen so many of them now because of you. That doesn't say it was bad.
Well, if you like horror, if you like that kind of thing, then I'd suggest you play Detention. It's a pretty good one. Got some very creepy Indonesian themes. If I recall, I think that was Indonesian. Then there's Dread Out, which was basically like an indie version of what was it called? Project Zero? Yeah, Project Zero. Or in Japanese, Fatal Frame.
Oh, Silver, I have to say on a side note, I cannot wait to show you this horrible horror game this weekend. Oh man, it's gonna be so good.
Horrible horror game.
Oh, it's horrible. It's the worst. It's fucking terrible.
I can't stand fucking bad horror games, honestly.
It's brand new and it costs a lot of money and it's absolute shit. It's great.
It's being serious. It's a horrible.
Yeah, horrible.
Oh, is it the one I asked you to play? Or
No.
oh, okay.
I mean, an actual bad game. An actual bad game.
Oh dear. What a shame.
I'll probably play it on Sunday.
Roger, Dodger.
Yep, that was the first game we talked about, Let's Maybe. Yep. My time at Sandrock. We're all gonna own it at some point. I'm pretty sure.
It's already out after all.
I backed the game years ago before it came out.
All right, next one
Just
is
like I did with the first one.
Omnigon.
I think I might have whizzed past that one.
A funny Metroidvania game.
Yes, I did whiz past that one.
I would have put this in joke games, but it seems so genuinely funny that I.
It does such a
Yeah, I
good
know.
job at being funny that, you know, have to be taken more seriously, correct?
It seriously seems like a good joke game.
Nice. So it's all based on hats.
Oh no, not TF2 House Simulator.
Yep.
I thought
So
that
you gotta
already
look.
existed.
You gotta watch the whole trailer.
Okay.
Just all of the memes and the cool flip on the text.
And you can't get through anything because you have too many hats on? That's pretty funny.
So, well, take some of them off, but I can't because I like my hats.
But hats.
Well,
Button that kills you
That's-
instantly.
Gee, I wonder what this button does.
Well, they definitely went hard on the humor with that one. That's great.
Oh yeah.
My next one is The Invincible.
Mhm.
Whoa.
Yeah, I saw a review on that one already, or at least a first impression.
Okay, Mermaids, you like Firewatch, right?
Yeah,
It's very much like Firewatch.
but in
Nice.
sci-fi.
Yes, it's
Space.
Yeah.
Ooh.
On some ghastly yet rather pretty looking planet, despite it being mostly sandy.
This looks interesting.
Yeah, and it's a lot that
Apologize for
it's a lot more. It's a lot more based on choices than Firewatch.
Mhm. There is actually consequences for your actions.
Yes.
Decisions.
Hey, how's it going, Ava?
Ava.
You feeling all better now?
Yeah.
You feeling all better now? I hope so. Alright, Mermage stole one off my list, so this is another one I was
Yep.
interested in as well, which is TV.
What?
TV. Which I played a demo of this a while back, and I find it to be really cool. It is a Metroidvania action-adventure game with cool little chibi girls.
Glad to hear, Ava.
The combat in this looked way too like clean to not include this.
I'm glad, Ava, yeah. It's too quiet without you around, you know.
Wouldn't this be pronounced Tevi?
I don't know.
Depends on
I just
what,
thought that the combat in this looked honestly really, really nice.
I'm here to lead, not to read, Silva.
I know, but I can't help but think that, it's supposed to be Tevi. I know there's no H after the E, but...
It could be Tev1. We could do Roman noodles, Roman
Or Tev,
numerals.
Or Tev 1. Or Tev 1.
Yeah,
Does this look cool, Tim?
yeah. Like I said, it was on my list too.
Get that
Yep.
right.
Ah,
That'd be like TE6.
You took 2 off my list. Don't worry. I'm okay with it.
let me guess, it's the last one that's on my list?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, but I love bullet hell games, and this is definitely a bullet hell game too. So.
Yeah.
On most survival games, bullet hells. You want bullet hell? Oh, I can show you bullet hell.
But yeah, this game looks great. I'm really excited to check it out. For sure.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like bullet hell. No, it has bullet hell boss sections in it.
Which sometimes can be really fucking annoying. But
So,
has to be well done.
Next one from Silver is a game that I already have in my Steam library, which is Beyond Sunset. Because for some reason now, every time somebody makes a retro shooter or retro anything, they're like, you know who's gonna really like this? That Tim guy. So I didn't only get one, I got 2 copies of this game before it even came out.
Yeah, I've played so many of them at this point. But the ones I've played are really fun. Just need to have some decent
Yeah, this definitely looks like a lot of fun. It's a neat retro shooter with cool ideas. So when I got offered it, I was like, well, fuck yeah. I mean, you know.
Oh, I'm really pumped for Salico. That's the one I really want to play. I mean, I played the demo, but hey, can't wait to see it finished.
No way, a Doom clone? I mean, Kind of. I don't know. I don't know if I'd really consider this a Doom clone. More like a
I mean, it is
Doom-
Doom-like, I suppose.
Doom adjacent.
It
Human
looks
head.
more like Ion Fury than it does Doom.
Yeah, which
The
Silver,
whole cyberpunk thing.
which Silver watched me fall in love with Iron Fury a few days ago. I was almost late
Oh,
getting my
yeah.
son from school because I got playing it.
Oops.
I was like, I have about 20 minutes to play this. About 35 minutes later, I'm like, well, shit.
Shit.
Mob Factory. It's an automation game, so this must be Ray.
Yep.
Hey!
He doesn't let us down.
Never.
No way. Not today, at least.
Not today.
Not today.
I love the vibe of this game, but no idea I will ever play it. I mean, that's where it goes with a lot of these games, right? Like, there's a lot of these games. I'm like, this looks really cool. Do I actually play it? Do I have infinite time to play video games? No. So I may not get to all these, but they all look cool. Maybe somebody
Those
will
look
enjoy
pretty
them.
cool.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting thought of like a automation and factory game involving a dungeon and monsters rather than usual suspects. How we say?
Yeah, literally everyone games. That's the best developer name of the month so far. Oh yeah, we did not do something last month, which made me very disappointed. We did. I don't think we did our picks for the month, did we?
We did. I have them pulled up right now because I foresaw us needing
Oh,
to mention this.
okay.
Would you like to know the winners?
Yes, I would. I
All right. So, Wargroove 2 was picked by Murmich, and that is sitting at mostly positive with 173.
Okay.
Oh,
That technically,
those-
unfortunately, puts it in last with Dark Envoy at mostly
Correct.
positive with 200.
Okay.
I had Phantom Rose 2 Sapphire on very positive with 99.
98. Or 90. Oh, they added one. since
Maybe
I
it's
had it pulled
99
up.
now, but
Yeah.
that puts
And
it
then-
in second place. The winner is Forgive Me Father 2 with very
It's
positive
Silver.
108.
Yeah.
I actually had all of them, all of the games
So,
for that.
I
pulled up
would
on
say-
the tab.
I would say Forgive Me Father 2 is actually really good. Like, I played
Yeah.
quite a bit of that on stream over the course of the month, between the demo and the full game.
I'm a bit sad that Wargroove got mostly positive.
I'll tell you what, you know what I should have picked?
Everybody was comparing it to Wargroove 1 when they disliked it, which is sad. So
I will say, Silver would agree with me on this. The one I should have picked as my game for the month was Outpath. I would have won. Because I guarantee, let me see what it says. Overwhelmingly positive with 869 reviews.
Yeah, that probably would have gone.
Because Silver won a copy of this game in my stream, because we were both playing it. So, like, this game right here ended up being, like, the best game of the whole entire month that I played, probably. But, like, it's such a short game that you can't really review it. I played it for, like, an hour, yeah. But it's so much fun. It's just, like, a simplistic build-your-way-out game. But, yeah,
That
that...
reminds me of that one little 2D game that was, what is that called? I have it.
But, yeah, that would have totally won me. It ended up with overwhelmingly positive reviews.
Forager.
Right?
Yeah,
It looks like 3D Forager.
Yeah. Alright, so to get back on track here. Let's see. The Awakener. Such a weird name. Awakener, Forgotten Oath.
Yeah.
Is the next one.
I was gonna say, what a title.
So this is a game mostly based on creating your own combat system. Like combat ability, right? Like you can take your character and based on animations make it have like almost infinite amounts of different combat styles for your character based on how you customize it.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's mostly based on that, but then it's like also an action roguelite in a medieval setting with, you know, with an upgrade system and everything else. But it's mostly, what it mostly makes it stand out is the fact that you can really customize your combat style to whatever way that you want to play it. Which I thought was interesting. Yeah, Devil May Cry, right? Like, I'm a knight friggin' sitting there doing DMC moves. That would be pretty
Stinger,
sick out
stinger,
there.
stinger.
Yeah. So it has a demo, everybody. Well, it did. Never mind. Demo's gone.
Yeah.
Oh,
But the game
In
comes
this
out.
case,
shame.
Cry.
But yeah, it's got 4 days till release, so I think you'll find reviews before you get back to it anyway. Not a big deal.
MWC, mods will cry.
So just remember, I always recommend waiting for reviews. I do not say like, hey, Tim said this game looks good. Go out and buy it. No. If I show you a game, please make sure the game is good before you go out and buy it. Spells and Secrets is the other one that Murmish stole from me.
Yes. Because it was interesting and it looked really cool.
And it's got co-op, guys. Co-op.
That's the biggest part.
We always support co-op around here.
Indeed.
You can make yourself a Harry Pothead. I mean, Harry Potter.
Harry Pothead.
I mean, come on, man. Me and Dan could stream the game together and be like, "Whoa, bro! I'm a Harry Pothead."
Larry Pothead and
Yeah, Larry Pothead and the Sorcerer's Stone.
oh yeah,
Whoa.
the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah, there you go, man.
Larry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stoned.
Mr. Potter, pass me the ganja, please.
Why, yes, of course, Professor. Would you like the Purple Dragon or the Extreme Mint?
He's starting to learn names because of me and Dan. See that?
The Purple Dragon
You got
sounds
such a good
exquisitely
influence, aren't you?
on
Yeah.
fire.
Listen, he ain't smoking it. At least he just knows the names now. Alright, Silver's last one is the remake of one of my favorite classic games, Turok. So we're getting Turok Shadow of Oblivion Remastered, which, even though it says coming soon, it does come sometime in November, so we're giving them the pass.
They
I'm-
actually did put a release date too, and that's what a post that you did post a while back, Tim.
Yeah, I don't remember what it
Back
was,
in
but
September.
I do know for a fact that it does have a November release date, regardless of when exactly it is.
Who are you?
Because I remember playing this one in particular way back when it came out. Oh man, the weapons were pretty cool. Especially the PSG gun. I'm like, what the fuck was this? Basically, it's like a black hole gun or something like that.
I will wield the light.
I wonder if they'll bring out one of the more deathmatch oriented Turok games, Rage Wars.
Maybe.
They'll bring that
I mean,
back.
as long as people keep buying them. There's my game of the month. Well, your game of the month is Turok 3.
Because I'd be like, I don't know. I mean, arena shooters.
Ready?
I don't know. They've kind of lost their luster. At least good arena shooters have, anyway. At least people still play Unreal Tournament or Quake 3 every now and then, or
Oh yeah, spells and yours is. I know what yours is. I'm sorry. Let's maybe yours is spells and secrets. Sorry, Elizabeth. I should know it's not Turok.
yeah, this game is for nostalgic 90s kids only. Just kidding.
Yeah.
This game came out in 2000.
Can we believe that?
This is a 2000 game, so yeah.
Can we believe that Atari actually purchased Night Dive Studios?
Yeah, that's quite the shocker. Like, Atari, leave them the fuck alone. Don't fuck with their,
Atari's on the
IP
rebound, man.
schedule.
Atari's on the rebound.
I
They-
hope so.
They released that, I think it was like, what, 30th anniversary collection that was amazing. It had behind the scenes stuff in it. They actually did a really good job with that, yeah.
Oh, so they're actually starting to fucking pick themselves up out of the grave they dug themselves.
Remember, this is like the third person to own it. So somebody new bought it and is like resurrecting it. The original owners of Atari like abandoned it years ago. And then it got sold around for a while, and then it got sold to this current group of people who are trying to.
I thought Embracer owned Night Dive.
Turok 3, I forgot was going to be a thing.
Yeah, Tim informed me about it about over a month ago.
Yeah, that's my job, man. I keep track of this stuff.
Especially when it hits nostalgia.
I always try and keep my friends in the know. You know what I mean? Let's see. Oh God! All right, this next game for Ray is Undercat. He said he had a cat game. I found the cat game.
I did say I had a cat game. However, you do not actually play as a cat.
Oh no!
0 out of 10. 0 out of 10. Can't play a cat again.
Right.
How dare you?
Look
Wait.
at it.
Are you playing as a dog?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm disappointed.
In a game called Undercat.
Yes.
I'm disappointed.
Look at
Get a
it.
0 from me. Get a 0.
Because the the cats are tyrants.
No, I'm not happy with that.
A cat mech. That's great. Oh man.
0 out of 10. Cat
Me-
plays a cat.
Mecha cat. Mecha cat.
Oh my god.
Jokes aside, that is pretty funny.
Yeah, it is.
Fucking Mecha Cat. What are we gonna get? Ninja Cat?
Hiya!
Or Samurai Cat?
All right.
You have dishonored my entire family.
So here's one of the ones that that's also under the radar a bit that I'm surprised not many people have noticed is Tintin Reporter.
Oh, I noticed it. But
I'm a big fan of Tintin. I love the movie
Classic Tintin.
Yeah.
I think my father grew up with that.
So this is like a Telltale version of Tintin.
Yeah. I think actually this game would this series would actually be a good
Tintin
fit.
reporter. A spy! If things go south, don't play the hero.
Dude, it looks so good though. I'm saying, like, I'm such a big fan of Tintin, and I'm like, the game looks good.
I'm afraid you're
Yeah.
gonna be really sorry.
It looks really cool.
You don't know who you are dealing with.
Now we were talking about RoboCop sticking to the source material well. Yeah, this does that as well. Tintin. Alright, Murmich is out of games, Silver is out of games, Ray is not out of games. I love the title of this game, Ray. I love the title of it.
Right?
Death Must Die.
So, for your Vampire Survivors likes,
Okay.
I posit this one.
Oh.
Does it look really good?
Yeah, beauty. Good
It
thing.
kind of gives me like a Hades vibe along with Vampire Survivor.
Right.
Wow, that does look pretty sick, right?
Right?
I do love the name, though. Death Must Die. Death Must Die.
Lets you know exactly what the goals are right away.
Hey, how's it going, Pansoon? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, definitely. My next one is we finally got to a deck building game. We did it. We got there. So my first one is Cobalt Core. It is a sci-fi roguelike deck builder where you're basically playing as a ship and you use cards to fire missiles.
Oh, that's neat.
Fascinating.
And the game is based on time loops. So you're trying to... The overall arching story of it is you're trying to break out of a time loop. But the actual mechanic of the game is based on getting cards in your deck through roguelike runs. And then over time improving it so you can advance the story. So... Just a very different perspective on the roguelike, on the deck building types of game, I should say. A lot more strategy based than something like an actual combat game. Because your enemy's literally just ships. Yeah, and it has a demo. Demo. Because we gotta put that out there, right?
Always with that demo shout out.
Yeah. Okay. Next one is Soltris. Solitris? Yeah.
A combination of solitaire and Tetris.
Anything that mentions Tetris is good.
Right?
I'm not biased, I promise.
Stack the cards in order, ascending, descending, or both ways.
Oh, that's an interesting way of doing that. Okay.
Starts a new stack.
Right?
Match the white card at the bottom of the stack in order to clear it. Clear as many cards as you can. Whether it's a high-scoring classic game or a short but intense quick game, there's always a game to suit your skill level and mood. Play head-to-head by simply starting your game at the same time as another player. It's magic. Win tickets for playing, just like in the real arcade. Spend them on prizes like animated characters and backgrounds you can pin to your game home screen. And if you're competitive, join the weekly league and compete to put your name in lights on the coveted home screen marquee.
That's interesting.
Solitris Arcade now.
Huh. That's interesting, I have to say, right? That's a very interesting mixture of the two. For sure. So here's to make this interesting, since I'm the only one with any games left, right? So as I do this, if you guys think anything, like you people in chat with me, and you guys out there watching, find any of these games interesting, let me know. Okay. So the first thing on here is Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn expansion. Which Tales of Arise was my #1 game of last year. I can't tell you how fucking pumped I am that I get to go back and revisit the game and play more of it. I am so fucking happy that they made an expansion for this game. Especially since they said initially that they weren't going to do anything else with these characters, and it was a one-off, and then out of nowhere they announced an expansion. I am so happy. Like, game's fucking amazing. I love Tales of Arise.
The truth is that people will always doubt.
So yeah, that means Ray actually has to play the game.
Go our separate ways. We won't
Yeah,
cause each
I have
other
to
any
get on that.
Cause you own it, right?
I do buy it. I wanted to play it, but I set myself a rule that I have to finish the last Tales game I have before I get to play Arise, and I still haven't done that.
Is this game related to Tales of Vesperia? Well, it's all part of the Tales series, but they're not.
Franchise, not not I don't think
Okay.
they're connected by story.
No, they're not. Alright, next one is Connoisseur, which is a cooking game.
Oh, I did see that one, and actually... hit the-
It's a wholesome cooking game.
We like those.
Yeah. Basically where you go out and defeat monsters and make food. And some boba tea and it's another one of
Why
those
does it remind me of Overcooked?
very much an Xseed game. You gotta get what you know what you're getting with Xseed games. Right?
Yes.
What,
Yes,
what's that
certainly.
one? What's that one game that like Played Up?
Oh yeah, yep.
That's what it reminds me of, at least when they're in the restaurant.
Yeah, it's basically just a action roguelike cooking game. Kind of in the same genre as Dave the Diver, except this is not in water. Look at you're fighting a giant ghost pepper in one of the scenes. Like,
Oh my gosh.
dude, it's fucking
That's
great.
funny.
They made a new pepper that's stronger than a ghost pepper.
Yeah, Pepper X. Yeah.
Yeah.
So literally, you beat up your.
Elon named that?
So no. So like, hey, think about it this way: you get to tenderize your food by beating the fuck out of it before you feed people.
Eh.
Their
Well,
food.
That kind of
Go ahead.
conceptually, it sounds like what is it, Battle Chef Brigade?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Let's see. What do I have next on the list? Let's see. Dungeons 4. I don't know if anybody's played the Dungeon series before.
I have no.
It's strategy, RTS, city builders. They're all pretty much the same, but they all pretty much improve off the last one. This is the fourth one in the series. They've got it down pretty good too, pretty good by this point. Yeah, I enjoy them. I like RTS games. I know they're not everybody's bag, but I always appreciate them for what they are. And yeah, it's a lot of city building, so it's not just your typical RTS game. So you build up your city, you build up your forces. It's kind of like a more cartoony version of like Civ, but with like orgs and shit. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. And there's a demo, so if you're not sure and you're like, "What the hell is he talking about?" Go play the demo. Give it a try for yourself. Yeah. The next one, big surprise. I imagine no one's ever heard of this game before. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 comes out. This
What?
one, yeah. Now that it's owned by Xbox, which is fucking wild to say. This
Is it?
so we're gonna skip over that because everybody knows what COD is, right? Okay. Next one is Broken Roads. Is a narrative-driven RPG and it's strategy turn-based combat, and basically you have to actually make meaningful choices. So it's like an actual RPG. I've been following this one for a while. It's actually published by Verse Evil, so it's not like pure indie. This is more like AA indie. But it's an isometric, narrative-driven RPG game.
That might make you someone else. Someone worth fighting for or against.
But yeah, I've been looking forward to this one for a while. It also has a demo. Demo counter goes up.
Dynamo counter goes.
Yeah.
But everything before that.
So I'm trying to go through the decent clip. But yeah, if you guys see anything that you like, let me know. Let's see. Super Crazy Rhythm Castle. This is from Konami.
Oh.
sits a bizarre castle filled with
Well then.
It's a co-op mashup rhythm game. You guys ready to do this in co-op?
How many players is it?
4.
Not exactly the best at rhythm games, but
But it is pretty cool, I have to say. I do like the
it
concept
looks
of
good.
it. I mean, listen, I know everyone has different like thoughts on Konami, but like their indie output has been completely different than their AAA output. Why is it every time I say something, Moobot puts up a text wall? I have no fucking idea.
It's just, you know, following your lead.
Fuck Konami? Yeah, I mean, they deserve it. Especially after the Metal Gear Solid Collection debacle. And then they put out the trailer for, like, Metal Gear Solid, what was it, 3? Like, later in the month. And it's basically only in, like, alpha phase already. Like, in the alpha part of development. So it's gonna be a long time before anybody sees that. Probably 25, 26. I would say. Oh, yeah, so we have reached the game that I said that Ray would probably enjoy.
Uh-oh. What's it gonna be?
Okay. So this is UFO Robot Grendizer, The Feast of the Wolves.
Gesundheit.
Hang on, Grendizer.
So check this out, Ray.
I won't let them father. Dizer punch.
That looks kind of neat.
Hand beam.
Sounds very Japanese. No, it is very Japanese.
The Altison's like, yeah!
Cursed machine. Space thunder.
See, I'm not familiar with the franchise. If I was more familiar with the franchise, maybe.
But the cool part is besides
But
just
it does
like...
look good.
There's different modes. So you have chase mode where you like literally chase after them in a vehicle and blow stuff up, and then it goes to the
Getting tired, saucer beast.
in all types of different modes before you actually get to fight the boss.
Hand beam.
Wow.
Screw punch.
Wild.
Anti-gravity storm.
Oh, and it's a bullet hell.
Is this Voltron? I mean.
I would say it's probably the same genre, but different franchise, probably.
But I thought Ray would appreciate this because he likes, you know, that type of combat.
I do like. It looks good. Looks very good. I just wonder how attached to the franchise.
Yeah, but I love it. I think that's gonna be fun as hell to play.
It's wild.
All right. Let's see. Next one, The Last Faith.
Your new existence, and so it is written. The path you have taken has led to this moment, this honor. Welcome home, Eric.
Yeah, fuck him up.
This looks kind of like one of those other Metroidvania games from past year, which is very descriptive.
What, Blasphemous 2?
Maybe that might be what I'm thinking.
Seekers of death.
Because it's kind of got that slower combat stuff.
Oh, Life of P? Yeah.
Feeding on what consumes them in turn.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a Tim game.
Embrace thy fate. Only retribution awaits you.
Your sins are laid bare.
The most epic trailer of the month. I still play games for fun. Last Faith. That looks pretty good, though. Alright, here's for something completely different. How about American Arcadia?
Jesus. Angela?
Sounds
Angela! Are you there? What is this?
This, Trevor, is your life. A life that has been recorded and compiled right down to the last second. We'll get you out of here, I promise.
Shit, shit, shit!
Keep running, Trevor!
This kind of is like a mixture of like, what do you call it?
An insider is helping one.
Like a puzzle sneak around type game.
No.
Oh.
Yes, I got it.
Two of my favorites now.
So
Stay away or...
Hit him. What? Hey, no, I just saw it!
I do like stealth games.
Live from the Arcadia Dome, I'm your host, Vivian
Very
Walton.
interesting.
And this is American Arcadia.
It's got puzzles. Ray is wishlisting it now.
How dare not just puzzles that would make me wish those things, because then I'd be wishlisting all of those, you know, hentai games.
Trevor lives
They're all
in
puzzle games
Arcadia,
too.
the city of tomorrow.
I don't.
Trevor is a senior account manager.
You know,
and
it's
works
very
at the
sad
top
that
of
you're
the Iron
correct.
Tower.
It is.
Trevor lives a quiet, mundane, ordinary life, and he's happy with that.
But Trevor shouldn't be,
Don't forget to change your pants, Dan.
because Trevor's track camera views are the lowest in his area. That means
Did I
Trevor
completely
is
fuck
not
this up?
popular enough. Not being popular is penalized with death.
I can't find the game I was looking for. It's fine. It's fine. I can skip over one.
Well, if you posted your list, we could help you.
I know. I'm old school. I'm the only one that writes down my list. I know. Wizard. Unless they took it off Steam. I have no idea where it went. Oh, there it is.
Eons have passed since the forces of evil.
This is definitely my silver style game.
The chaos was sealed within the cosmic prison, but something, no, someone has disrupted the balance and broken the seal. Now you, one of the last survivors of Wizardom, must draw upon all you've learned and drive back the chaos once and for all. The time has come. Rise up and meet your destiny.
So it's as Dan would say, a Doom clone, but you play as a wizard.
Huh.
It certainly looks the part.
Yeah.
You even have a little splint-lock pistol.
So it's basically like Battle Mage retro style weapons.
And you have a mace.
Oh, yeah, wait, it's black packs.
I appreciate the attention to detail with the weapons and how you can always see the character's hands.
Does look good.
Quite. Well, no, it does get off Doom vibes. That style of game.
To Wizardom.
Yep, I never said it didn't.
And look at it's got a demo. Get on it, silver.
Yeah, I'll probably. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, okay, see, look at that. I found one. I got one. Okay, so you want another weird game? Johan the Parahullen? Blaze in the Deep Blue.
Right.
It's a 2D Metroidvania game with cute anime chicks. but it's from Intel Crates because they make great fucking 2D action adventure games. So before anybody goes like, that's stupid. No, they actually make some good shit. So it's obviously a franchise I have no idea about, but the game itself actually looks very good. Yeah, hentai Mega Man. That's great. I don't know about the hentai part. I mean, I'm not even mad. Alright, then I have something very different. This one is actually something that kind of like surprised me immensely. It's called the Muller-Powell Principle.
I saw that pop up a couple times. Like it had a pre.
Hello?
Like
Harry. Harry, there you are. Good. Welcome to Delta
preview
Laboratories.
earlier in the month.
Now I know you must be.
Yeah, if you awake and find yourself in a parallel dimension, the year is 2032.
Now what you're looking at is a semi-stable rift in the fabric of the space-time continuum. And I need you to jump through it.
And basically, it's a puzzle platforming sci-fi immersion game.
Cool.
And you even get...
So it's a portal.
Yes! It's like Portal, but a little different if you look at the gameplay.
Something's going wrong. I'm not sure what it is. I can't stop it. You need to get out of there. We need to get out of there right now.
It's not exactly Portal.
Not quite.
No, Chaos. I got one for myself so far. If I get an extra one, I will let you know, though. Portal Origins. There you go. That's a better idea. That's a better title. Let's see. Next one is Flashback 2.
Okay, Connor.
Getting a sequel after all these years, which is crazy.
Flashback 2, the flashback within a flashback.
Yeah.
Flashbackception.
The explosion. The lab and fire.
I mean, man,
Not a fourth wall break inside a fourth wall break.
I remember playing Flashback years and years and years ago. Holy shit.
This doesn't make any sense.
But it was just the beginning.
Hear me out. Portal Origins games where you play as Gatos right when she becomes sentient.
Because things were about to get worse.
Contact Valve, maybe they'll actually make it. I doubt it. You know, they don't make games anymore.
An invisible enemy.
Well, wait, it wouldn't have a 3 in the title, so you'd actually technically be safe.
Yeah, it'd be Portal -1. I think that would be a good idea, though.
A dream or a nightmare?
I'm just mad at the end of Half-Life Alyx. They basically teased Half-Life 3 and then did nothing.
Movement detected.
For people that have played through that game.
Whose implications went
I won't spoil anything, but they certainly teased it hard. Alright, so we're gonna get our anime on for the month. Naruto / Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections.
Oh, I saw this.
We got
I saw this. I was like, I'll let Tim take it.
Let Tim take it. The only reason
I'm not that into Naruto.
Neither am I, but my kids
Especially
are.
Boruto.
My kids actually are. Like the only reason I know anything about any of these is because a lot like between this and the Dragon Ball games, like my kids love them. So.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
Because we're friends.
We're friends. The power of friendship will carry us through.
Our friendship and plot armor.
No despair.
You can't escape.
How about this? You were.
Move!
I win.
Don't underestimate the.
When are we gonna have a sexual contact category we can make Silver play them? That would be great, dude. I've tried to do adult stuff. Silver doesn't like it. He doesn't like it when I talk about adult games.
Sweet dreams.
How about this?
You'll be eaten alive.
Mind it.
No. I would say the game I'm actually looking forward to the most this month is probably Persona 5 Tactica. It's basically Persona's take on XCOM.
Game where you'll take command of a squad of sleek and stylish characters known
That's
as
because Silver's half asleep. Yeah, he's half asleep.
Against an oppressive
really
force of
fucking
enemies
tired.
called Legionnaires.
I am trying extremely hard not to fall asleep. I am that tired. I almost passed out 2 minutes ago.
I was actually thinking I might have.
I've been almost slapping, trying to slap myself to fucking wake myself up.
Ryuji uses a shotgun to deal
But yes, I'm almost done, Silver. Don't worry. Persona 5 Tactica is I'm really interested to see their take on XCOM, basically an XCOM style combat. Mario did a good job with Mario Rabbids with it. I'm pretty confident Sega can do a good job with Persona with this as well. So yeah, I'm really excited, and it's gonna be on Game Pass day 1, so I'll definitely be able to play it. So I got no excuse.
With her persona Carmen, Ann can hit groups of enemies as well as inflict burn on them.
And you never know.
Try out Ann's femme fatale attack.
Next one, Worldless.
In cover.
Basically a mystery action platformer. Where basically throughout the whole entire story you learn more about your character through playing the story, and it seems to have a pretty interesting overall narrative. And the combat's flashy and awesome. So what else do you want? Let's see. Next one, Last Train Home. This is a THQ Nordic game. So this is a survival strategy game about the Great War.
The Great War is over. All we want is to return home. To the newborn Czechoslovakia we fought for. Brothers and sisters.
So for anybody who enjoyed like Command and Conquer but wants a modern take on something like that, or a more modern visualized take on that, this is definitely the game for that.
None of us thought this part of the journey would be the most difficult. We still hope to see our home once
Yeah, it's
again.
definitely an enjoyer. Well, I am an enjoyer of the Conquer games for sure.
Across the endless snowfields of Siberia.
The expansion for Command & Conquer Battle Out 2
Through
is my
territory
favorite.
disputed by the Red
Yuri's
and White
Revenge.
armies.
by armored troops.
Yeah, so your train is basically your hub area. So you upgrade your train to make it so you're more powerful going forward.
Outnumbered by enemies, we fight to make our way. Surrounded by wilderness, we manage in all.
I think it's a pretty damn awesome. Yeah, I like this kind of game. Yeah, I think this one's gonna be really good.
Our last train home.
So yeah, I'm pumped for this one. Let's see. And I did appreciate the fact that they made a live-action trailer for the game to go along with the game as well. Switching back and forth between the live-action and gameplay. But yeah.
Although I do prefer actual gameplay.
Well, no, it's switched back and forth between the two, but I get you. Because they have another trailer that's
Slovaks will realize that your troops are not units.
Oh, cutscenes like
do whatever it takes to prevail and keep your soldiers alive.
Kind of games like FMV.
Yeah.
Watch them rise through the
ranks.
ranks.
Man, that's a throwback.
And unlock new skills.
So yeah.
Your train will require
your train basically, the more you level up your train, the more powerful. That's what it is.
Efficiently.
But alright.
Equipment and craft spare parts.
Forest Grove.
Realize the train's full potential by unlocking new.
So this is a futuristic detective game. I love solving mysteries. You haven't figured it out.
Back for reconstruction in the nanodeck.
They were in there for about an hour. We couldn't get to.
So basically, you use technology and recreate scenarios to try and solve the mystery of what happened to a teenage Harris of the inherited millions and millions of dollars. And you're trying to go and use any amount of technology you can find to help you solve the mystery. I like mystery games that don't have puzzles. I don't think this game has any puzzles. Just like this bed we made doesn't have any puzzles. I watched enough gameplay of it. It's just collecting clues. Strictly.
I would argue that a mystery game is a puzzle.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about. I think he's talking about gameplay puzzle, not like putting together. Yeah, mystery puzzle.
I don't know if I can take it anymore.
Let's see. So if anyone's ever heard of the game My Summer Car, I don't know if any of you guys have heard it.
I feel like I've heard you mention it.
So, where'd it go? Did they take it off Steam? That's wild. I think it's gone. Holy shit.
What is?
This game I was looking up before. It was called Will It Wheel, and it's literally just gone. Alright.
Huh.
I'm not gonna complain. Whatever, that takes it off the list. Alright, we're up to the last game now. Yeah, not like here, manipulate this item for 20 minutes? Yeah, exactly. Alright, and that last game is called Pixel Cafe.
Dear Pixel, I know you will grow up someday, and I'm gonna have to let you go. You'll wander into that big city.
So, step into Pixel's shoes in this one-of-a-kind journey that bridges time, memories, and the aroma of fresh coffee. Deep dive in the city balancing his past and future while you play basically a barista of sorts.
The warmth you can brew.
And and it's a visual novel slash like barista bartending game where you hear stories and basically travel through this journey of this girl's life.
Make them pause.
Interesting.
Taste of your food, the comfort of your coffee, the love you pour in. That's your strength.
I feel like the Barista Sims could be its own genre.
Yeah.
Remember, and each of those.
Will you? Really? Will you wheel? Oh, it was. I thought it was. I wrote down Will It Wheel.
Our times together, we cooked, laughed, shared stories over coffee. It's all a part of who you are.
And it's about coffee, so I have to put it on the list.
Well, of course.
Obligated.
Stop dreaming, darling.
No, I thought this looked like very interesting.
Because life
But
is a
this
lot
podcast was
like
brought to you
brewing
thanks to coffee.
with patience.
Tomorrow's coffee and indie. Haha.
You can make it be just right.
There you go. Yep. Dan helped. There you go. Last game. Will it wheel? I mean, will you wheel? There you go. But yeah, My Summer Car was a game that I used to love where basically it was a journey of building a car and then going through a life simulation with it. This is a brand new game like that. And it's going to have controller support, which My Summer Car did not have. And you basically build your own car. You literally have to like deliver pizzas and do a whole bunch of crazy life sim stuff to make it so you can, you know, build your car, do repairs, make it better, you know, upgrade your car. And I always love that because like you can literally take apart the motor, you know, it gives you that ability to literally build your car from scratch. So the idea that this game has to coffee, what you like the way I say coffee? I mean, listen, coffee. Now you're picking up my accent. I'm gonna get like all
He's gonna get self-conscious.
Yeah, I am.
Again.
But no, I love
Coffee, eh, mate?
I love the ability to basically customize and build your own car. My Summer Car was one of those games that I always wanted to play, and My Summer Car was in early access for like 10 years and still isn't done. So I kind of don't trust that. So this is a nice alternative if it's done right. But all right, we have made it to the end of the list. Murmich can stop crying because we know he's been without his girlfriend for over an hour.
I'm hungry, and Silver's extremely exhausted.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I think we're gonna extend this for another half hour. Why don't we just talk about some more shit? Yeah, we'll just talk about more stuff. Fuck Murmich.
We can talk about Backpack Hero.
No, let's talk about food. Let's talk about food. So what
What do you guys have for Thanksgiving dinner?
Yeah, what do you?
Anybody got any plans?
No, but thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. I do want to say a couple things. Tomorrow morning, I will be doing a coffee and indie since my schedule has opened up now, and I no longer have to work an extra day every week. So now I actually have time to do the streams I would like to do. Tomorrow morning, I will be playing Latka Age Through Blood, Gunhead, and Ooblets. I'm also, and then on Sunday, I'm going to be playing Escape from Mythwood Mansion, which is a escape room game. Ghost at Dawn, Lords of the Fallen, finally. And the game I was telling you about, Silver, is Stray Souls, which is one of the worst horror games I think I've ever fucking played.
Yeah.
It's bad.
I've seen the videos, thumbnail pop up on.
Let's just go into December games. I mean, I think December will probably be quite a quiet month. I think October and November is usually pretty wild. But yeah, like I said, after this is done, for people that are in the Discord, and if you haven't already, hit exclamation point social. Make sure to actually hit it and join. Next month is the community based or viewers choice award show. So you got to say what your favorite games of the year were, what your least favorite games were, the best soundtrack you saw all year was, you know, your biggest surprise, your biggest disappointment. All those categories, you guys get to make your picks, and we get to read off your picks at the end of the for the awards next month. And then right before Christmas holiday, we are going to have a whole entire podcast that's just dedicated to our awards, which I'm going to take my time. I'm going to make sure to do it right. We're going to have a reasonable amount of different categories that we're going to go through. Good night, Chaos. I thank you for being here. And we're just going to make it its own thing. That way, you know, it doesn't make the podcast 5.5 hours long, and you don't have Silver falling asleep and Murmich crying for food. So, like, you know, that way it keeps it a nice, like, compact thing that we can do and enjoy. But, yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow morning for Coffee and Indie. The people that are watching this on YouTube, thank you for taking the time to do so. And starting next month, we'll be multi-streaming. So it's going to be YouTube, YouNow, and Twitch every time that we do the podcast. But for the people that are here, once I am done with the podcast, I will do my giveaways and I will get out of here. But, yeah, say the thing, Silver, say it.
Schlong out.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, folks.